Hi guys. It came to my attention that during the Zoom call, there was too much background noise and you couldn't really hear or see any of the stickings. So what I've done is set up two screens, and hopefully within this you'll be able to just hear and see the stickings. And so I wanted to walk you through the exercises for the assignments this week. You can find all of them on Google Classroom on our percussion page. And you can find everything in the green book. So make sure you have your green book handy. I will tell you what page they are and what number they are for each one. So I'm going to go ahead and load Smart Music and go to the first page here. And I'm going to screen share. Here we go. And I'm actually going to go backwards today on the screen share. So I'm going to go backwards and I'm going to review on the actual document page that looks like this. Here it goes from number 22 to 16. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to start with number 16. And if you take a look at it at the very beginning, let me get my sticks. At the very beginning, you have what's called a lesson 25 or a drag, and you're going to be doing that with a lead of the left hand. So I'm going to move my camera just a smidgen closer, and hopefully there we go. And you should be able to see here on this, the drag is going to happen with the left hand. So you're going to have two small hits, and that happens quite a bit in one of our in our cadence, the Connecticut halftime. So that happens quite a bit when you take a look at it, and that's right off the bat. So in the same first measure on beat 2, you play that because it's a 5-stroke roll. You play it as beat hand. Then you put the bounce on it for a 5-stroke roll. So that first measure. So if your tempo, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's all there is to it. So that is your tempo. And I'm going to get a metronome going here. So if I pull up my met and I just go with a really simple tempo of 60, I'm going to just pull that up. That's it. That's it. And then the next measure, you just have flam taps. Right, flam, left. Followed by another lesson 25 or a drag. Just with the opposite hand. And then again, flam taps with the left hand. So your small note, your grace note happens in the right hand. And it's opposite. So if I play, and then of course immediately following that is a 9-stroke roll. So you play them like 1, 2, and then you just add the bounce on it. So if I play this whole first line up to where it says harmonic minor, this is what I have. Sorry, my fault. You have. That's it. I'll play that one more time. And then literally that happens throughout the rest of the whole rest of the exercise. It just repeats itself. And then it repeats itself. So once you have that down, you've got the rest. And then of course the end is very simple, beginning with the arpeggio. You just have flam, tap, 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 flam, tap, 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 drag, 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 and a roll. So starting at the arpeggio, you have and then a fermata roll. Okay, so let's take a listen to it once. Okay, that one's pretty simple. Once you get the first 5 measures down, the rest is cake. So that one is number 16 on page 5. I'm going to go backwards now. And I'm going to pull up number 58 for drums only. Here it is. Complete. All right. So this one is literally just teaching you the 7-stroke roll here. So your rhythm in the first measure is triple it in, 2 and. That's it. Then in measure 2, you play exactly the same thing on the first beat. You just put the buzz on it. Just put the doubles on it. So then it sounds like a roll. So you have. That's it. That's it. Second 2 measures. Then you have. So it's literally like playing in measures 3 and 4. 1. Except on the second grouping of those notes, you put the doubles on. That's it. So if I play the whole line by itself with repeats, that's it. So you really need this because at the beginning of Connecticut halftime, you have a left-handed 7-stroke roll that leads in. And that's why I selected this exercise, because that 7, the grouping of 7, is really important. And you're playing it exactly like it's written here. So if I were to play that whole thing with a left-hand lead, so the left hand is what you use for Connecticut halftime, but this is exactly the same thing as that. So going on to, in the book, this is going to be number 56. It's technique break. It's on page 14. If you're looking at your green book, page 56, technique break, complete. Make sure you're selecting drums for all of these guys. Right, we're going to work on mallets when we're in person, but this is important here. So, all right, this one is the same concept here, except there's no rolls in it, okay? So this one's in 3/4, however. So 1 triplet 2 and 3 and 1 triplet 3. The only thing you're adding in with those is a lesson 25 is a drag. So if I play the first 2 measures, that's it. Then it just repeats. So I'll play the first 4 measures because it's the same thing twice. The next 2 measures, it's a little bit different, not by much, but just a little bit. Triple it in, 2, triple it 3, and. Then that measure repeats itself again. That's it. So I'm going to play measure 5 and 6 and repeat it just like you would if you're playing the whole thing. All right. Looking down at measure 9, it's exactly the same. Actually, the whole second line is exactly the same as the top line. I'm going to play this whole thing at quarter note equals 60, and I'm going to put my metronome on. Please feel free to play along. I'm going to go all the way through this. That's it. And there's no specific sticking here, guys. My suggestion is, though, whatever note you use prior to the triplet or whichever hand on how you just repeat that hand. So if I'm at the beginning and you want to lead with your right, you would go right, right, left, right. So, and you would land on the left. Right, 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 left. And you would land on left. That's my only suggestion there. All right, so moving on to the 16th note study, which is on page 11, number 44. This one's really pretty simple. You use the exact same rhythm for the first measure of each. Show you what I mean. So if I'm using, if I'm going through this, you'll see it's broken up into A, B, C, D, E, and F. Notice all the first measures are the same. So you have 1 E, 1 E. The first measures of each letter are exactly the same. The second measure of A, you would count it 1 E and 2. So if I play A, repeat. Letter B, 1 E and 2. Letter C. Letter D. Letter E. Letter F. That's it. I'm going to play this all in a row at quarter note equals, let's see, let's go 70. All the way through with repeats. Here it is. Play along with me. All right, so that's all there is to number 44. And then the last one on the assignment, number 22. So we're going to take a look at it. You can find it in your book on page 6. The British Grenadiers. All right. All right, so for some reason on Smart Music, it grays out the first note, so don't really worry about that. It does start off with a flam, and I would just do a right flam. That's it. That's all there is to it, a flam tap. So once you get the first 4 measures down, the rest is cake. So you have slam, tap, and so you really have a 9-stroke roll here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Followed by a 5-stroke roll. And so if I'm going to play the first 2 bars of this, that's it. Again. That's it. So you have a flam tap and then a 9-stroke roll, then a 5-stroke roll, followed by 4 16th notes and then a 9-stroke roll. So the first 4 bars are as follows. That's it. And that's all there is to it. And it just repeats this. I'm going to do this at quarter note equals 70. Feel free to play along. Now, I did not put in, I put in a roll where there wasn't one. Looking at measure 9, measure 9 is actually a 7-stroke roll here on the downbeat. So it would just be like playing 1 and tap, except on the first 3, you're going to put doubles. So measure 9, that's it. So the second line, here it is, with that 7-stroke roll at the beginning. Ready, and so that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know or send me an email, and I hope this video will help you. All right, happy practicing.